It is an oft-heard, oft-repeated phrase that JKD either was not for or was not designed for the masses. But the question is, has this helped or hurt Jeet Kune Do and the desire of its practitioners to expand the art into the mainstream? I wrote that back on April 13th as an idea for today's broadcast topic. How could I have known that by the time this broadcast date came along, we would have ample evidence that true Jeet Kune Do really is not within the purview, nor is it the property of the masses. Hello, everyone. This is Dwight Woods, the Jeet Kune Do Rebel, and welcome to the I Love Jeet Kune Do broadcast number 130. This is the one about Jeet Kune Do and the masses. As you're logging in, if you'd be kind enough to say where you're logging in from and hit the like button, and feel free to continue doing so throughout the broadcast. If you're catching the final edit video over on the YouTube, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And if you enjoy my work and you'd like to support the program, please visit jkdrebel.com. Click on the Rebel Gear link and check out what we have to offer. But of course, the best thing you can do is to share the video and spread the word about the I Love Jeet Kune Do broadcast. Let me take a quick look and see who's in. Hey, Adam Waldrop. Hey, Russell. Bob Landers. Hey, Mark. Mark Stewart's in the house. Daryl White's here. Charles Loudermilk. Terry Valor. Okay, good one. Yes, Terry, I had an excellent birthday. We celebrated by a return to the gym. So we actually had our first physical group class in, 3 months yesterday for my birthday. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do our usual after dinner get together because none of the restaurants in our shopping center are reopened for sit down stuff, but we'll get there. But thank you, Terry. All right, so I thought you could read it in JKD Kickboxing because when I've talked about this before, I always referenced it. But when I went looking for the actual passage, I couldn't find it, and I couldn't find it in Jun Fan Jeet Kune Do, the textbook, either. But I know for sure that somewhere I've come across something that says, or maybe I just imagined the whole thing, but I'm pretty sure I came across something that says that the words are written that Jeet Kune Do is not for the masses or whatever, but I could be very wrong about all that. I do remember, however, that the first time I heard it, or the couple times that I heard it, I thought it was a bit of a elitist sounding statement. But then I went to business school, right? And I discovered a thing called the Pareto principle, right? Also known as the 80-20 rule. And it's a principle, kind of like Jeet Kune Do, that can be applied in many different arenas. To paraphrase an aspect of the Pareto principle that Brian Tracy teaches, he talks about the idea of the vital few versus the trivial many, which is another way of saying, for me, it's another way of saying, one of the things that I learned is that the majority is very often very wrong, right? Again, for me, and I stress that this is my personal take on it. The idea of the majority very often being very wrong, the idea of there's a vital few and a trivial many, it is proven. Every time I look at most of the comments on different Facebook posts, fully 80% of the comments reveal that there are still many people who have an extremely limited view and a very limited understanding of what Jeet Kune Do is all about. I'm not gonna bore you with that. I'm not gonna stretch that out or whatever. I'll tell you this instead. If you want to see it for yourself, quite simply, this is what you do. Check and see how many people are talking about the people of Jeet Kune Do, right? In other words, how many people are giving opinions on other people versus how many people are talking about the ideas or the principles or the concepts that govern Jeet Kune Do. So I've coined a new phrase, right, to express this. It is this. Essentially, Jeet Kune Do is not for the mass-minded, right? And again, if you'd like to see what I mean by mass-mindedness, I suggest you look no further than current news reports or even recent news reports. When you see people rushing into a store to loot it, all in the name of protesting the unfortunate death of George Floyd in Minneapolis, you're seeing mass-mindedness in full effect. If any of those people were to stop and think things through, they'd realize that their actions haven't a thing to do with that horrendous event. That's pretty much it. I should have told you in the beginning that I was going to tell you that. I was going to make that point, and then we were going to do a Jeet Kune Do thing that I hate, right? Which I'm tempted to make this a part of the broadcast, right? A Jeet Kune Do thing that I hate and a Jeet Kune Do thing that I like, but we'll see. Anyhow, but I want to talk about a Jeet Kune Do thing that I hate. So it is a return, unfortunately, to the whole 4 tenets of Jeet Kune Do controversy. So I came along with the facts once I discovered what was actually the story behind it. I've done at least 2 podcasts about it and at least 1 separate Facebook post. And some people took it upon themselves to suggest that since the sign was of Inosano's design, then it must have been what he used as permission to lead people astray and create Jeet Kune Do concepts and use what was supposed to be a Bruce Lee quote, right, as permission to create Jeet Kune Do concepts. And it took my JKD senior, Chris Kent, to come along and point out that the sign, which was made for Bruce Lee, was made long before Inosano ever coined the term Jeet Kune Do concepts. So it definitely was not part of some nefarious plan, some elaborate ruse to deceive people and assigned a Bruce Lee credibility link to his deception. So I'll leave you with that as well, right? As a matter of fact, I'll leave you with this. It's a quote. Unfortunately, most students in the martial arts are conformists. Instead of learning to depend on themselves for expression, they blindly follow their instructors, no longer feeling alone and finding security in mass imitation. If you're unfamiliar with the source material for that quote, just send me a message and I'll hook you up. I'll let you know where to find it. I'm going to show you, I'm just going to show you, because I'm going to do these actually in a separate post, maybe a little bit later this evening. So here's the deal. I'll show you this. Okay. You got that? I will show you this. I won't leave it up long enough for you to actually read what it says. I'm just kidding. And I will show you this. But I'm going to put these together in, you guys are getting a preview of it. So you have like the inside baseball, right? I'm going to do this in a separate post, probably later this evening. If not, I'll do it tomorrow, right? But yeah, that's it for today. So feel free to share, like, comment, ask questions. As a matter of fact, let me see if anybody said anything interesting that I could comment on here. Ruben and Daryl are having a meetup. Those two trained with me down here in Miami back in the days, right? Okay, all right. So nothing to comment on here. Okay, so if you got a question or a comment, I'll take a look at it in after posting. I'll review everything. Sign up for notifications so when we go live here on Facebook. And as I asked you before, subscribe over on the YouTube to the I Love Jeet Kune Do broadcast channel. And when you are over there, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Follow me on Twitter at Dwight Woods and on Instagram at Dwight D Woods. I love jeetkundo.com. Quick Skill Series Volume 1 is available. Volume 2 coming up sometime during 2020. Also coming up this Friday, June 5th, Jeet Kune Do Dialogues episode. We're doing another 2-on-1. So it's with North Carolina's Ed Stahl and Mark Kukro, respectively, of Metrolina and Integrated Martial Arts. And I think we're doing this a little bit early. If I remember correctly, Mark has to teach a 6 o'clock class. So we might actually start at 4 p.m. or 3 p.m., but I will confirm that with you guys later. Today, if you can't tell, is a yellow day, okay? And so I'll see some of you on Friday for the Jeet Kune Do Dialogues. The rest of you, I'll see next week for another issue of the I Love Jeet Kune Do broadcast.